Hello and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we're going to be removing the wheels and tires off of the car. Then we're going to be removing the tires off of the wheels, getting them prepped and then sent over to get powder coated. We are kind of going for this look here. Not to spoil anything, but this is the paint and the wheel color we have chosen. But there is some sequencing I'm going to have to do. I can't paint until I've rolled the rear fender, and the rear fender is going to have to be rolled just slightly for these M wheels since the rear wheels are quite large. This looks really aggressive right here because this is actually one of the rear wheels on the front, and I did that on accident just putting it back together. It's not a big deal since we haven't been driving the car, but obviously this wouldn't fit. This is one of the rears. So we are gonna have to roll the rear fenders. I wanna have those rolled before we paint the car, and in order to need to know where to roll those, I need to get wheels and tires that are gonna be what we're gonna be using for the car, and I can't do that until I've powder coated the wheels because I don't wanna put the new tires on and then take those back off to get them powdered. So basically it can get really messy if you don't do this in the correct order. So today we're gonna be taking these over, getting the tires removed from the wheels, and then we're gonna be ordering our new tires while we're there. We're gonna be bringing the rims back home, cleaning them off, because there's a lot of curb rash on these. We'll be sanding them all down, cleaning them up. I'll be taking them over to my powder coating guy. Once the powder coating is done, we'll take the wheels back over to the tire shop, get the tires that we've chosen for the car, mounted up, and then we'll be bringing them back over here, and that will set us up for what we need to roll in the back when it comes to how much fender clearance we've got. I did put this on the back when this was the 2.5 liter, and I drove around with about 200 pounds in the back on the one side, and I drove really aggressively and was trying to get it to rub, and I think I heard it buzz one time when I was coming off of a really aggressive curb, like out of a driveway. But other than that, I didn't hear anything, and that was with the softer springs. These springs are actually off of the M3, and so these are nicer springs. They're a little bit stiffer. So we're hoping that the rolling on the fenders will be minimal because it didn't seem to rub before, and now that we've got stiffer springs, but we're just gonna do the fenders just to make sure that we don't ever have any of that buzzing, because that gets really annoying and it can ruin your new tires you just put on your car. So enough chit chat, let's get these off the car, take them over to the tire shop, get the tires pulled off. There is only 3 of these because the 4th wheel I had to order because the 4th wheel was on the M3 and that got damaged by the previous owner. And that's why the M3 has a different set of wheels on it right now, because these were just put aside after he busted the one. So I only have to remove 3 tires. The 4th one is out in the trailer. We'll be grabbing that, bringing it in here, and then taking everything over to the tire shop, then going over to the powder coating shop. Here, we've got the wheels back, all the tires are off of them. We're gonna be going around the lip and just getting rid of the road rash. This one here isn't too bad. I've got, I think it's maybe the one in the middle or the one all the way over there. One of them is really, really bad. So we're gonna be working with that one. And then when I take them over to the powder coating shop, they'll actually sandblast them. So he wanted the tires, the stems out. It looks like they got all the stems out of them. And then the M logo that's on them, I need to remove those and make sure there's no residue hanging out afterwards. But it looks like it's pretty straightforward. So we're gonna go around the edge, clean them all up real nice. And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll be taking these over to the powder coating shop. I'll get the cameras rolling again as soon as I get these back from being painted. So I have a couple wheels done, and you can see here, just around the edge, I've been cleaning up some curb rash. Now, as long as you don't take off a large amount of metal, you don't really have to fill it. So like this section right here was large compared to some of the other wheels, but you can see here in the video, besides the color making it look like it's a lot worse than it is, I really didn't remove that much metal to smooth some of this out. So all along this other side, it's been pretty straightforward for the most part. I do have a wheel that's a little bit worse than this, so we're gonna look into what it would take to fill that if I need to. But for right now, we're just sanding all this down, just smoothing out the edges. Powder coating does add a thin layer to everything, so I just wanna make sure that I get these all cleaned up. And I just noticed that there's a dent right here, so I'll probably have to clean that up. But I wanna make sure that these are completely ready to go before tomorrow. And then I'm gonna go over this wheel again and just make sure that I've been focusing so much on the edge that I didn't catch some of these nicks that are on the inside. Well, look what's finally here. They're kind of like a hyper silver. They're a little bit brighter than I thought they would be. I was thinking they'd be a little bit closer to this color here, but it's totally okay. I'm not mad at all. I think these look absolutely awesome. And the crazy thing is the local powder coating shop sandblasted these and powder coated them for only 75 bucks a wheel. And what's even crazier is how well these turned out. I wish everybody could see these in person because they look absolutely awesome. I am so excited to get the tires put on these. What I am really sad about is being able to put the tires on them, bringing the wheels home and everything, and then I can't really leave them on the wagon because the next big thing that happens to the wagon is getting a paint job, and I don't want to have these on the car and have any amount of overspray on these at all. So we're actually putting the black wheels, which are these guys right here, so that if any overspray gets on those, we'll be okay, because we were already planning on repainting those. All right, here they are back in the garage. All the tires are put on. This is one of the new pole positions. These are all Bridgestone Potenzas. Now, the rear tires we're gonna be using are new used. We took these from the M3, but they are in fantastic condition even though they are used. They are still a Bridgestone Potenza. So we have new used Bridgestone Potenzas on the rear and then a new set of Bridgestone Potenzas in the front. I've used Potenzas before in the past. I used to run autocross with an RE71 before I moved to the Toyo Proxy R888R on my race car. I was hoping to get some better shots of this while everything was nice and clean and new, but since everything's been snowing and these got rolled around in the shop and here in our garage, they look dirty and used, but those are brand new tires. Then if we come over here to the wagon, here is one just set on there. It's not actually bolted on, but this is an example of what it would look like if we were to leave the car black, and then obviously it's jacked up still, and so that's why you see that big gap there. But I think they look great, and I'm very happy with this whole project and the way everything's come out. So with the curb rash sanded out and the wheels cleaned and painted, the roundels and the M logos have all been restored as well. And here next to the car with the new tire, I think this looks absolutely fantastic. So I've been very happy with this whole experience. So thanks everybody so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you are interested in our 10,000 subscriber giveaway, check out our Instagram, linked in the description below. All you have to do to participate in that giveaway is follow our Instagram at Tenza_Motorsports. Also check out our Patreon link in the description below, where you can get early ad-free access of our content at just $1 a month. That helps the channel out a lot. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see everybody in the next video.